Okay, right, so have a look. 2A. Right, so 2A, quickly mark. 2A, I first changed that to a mixed number. So how do I do that? I had to look at how many times 15 will go into 25. So meaning multiples of 50. Now if I say the multiples of 15 out loud, it would be 15 and then 30. But 30 is already too big because what I've got is 25. So meaning 15 will go in there once. And what would then be left? If I took 15 out of that 25, there would be 10 left. Can you see my denominator still stays 15? Have a look there. Okay, but they also said simplify fully. So this 10 over 15 can be simplified because 5 can go into both the top and the bottom. So that would be 2 over 3. Okay, any questions there? Okay, then at B, 76 over 1000, that can be simplified to 19 over 250. Then at 3A, they say write the common fractions that we got at question 2 as decimal numbers. Now, this first one, minus 1 and 2/3 would be minus 1, comma 6666666, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, then B, 76 over 1000. That 1000 tells me that I've got to have 3 spaces here by my decimals. And I only have 76. We said we fill it in from the back. So that's why I have 76. And then because there was nothing to be written here, I couldn't just leave it as a blank space. You had to say, kom in. Well, excuse. Excelsior. Nee. Well, excuse. 0,076. Okay. Any questions? Can I skip? Right. So what we're doing now is we have got to add and subtract fractions. Okay. Now, very important. I think I'm going to close it so you guys can't see everything all at once. Okay. What we've got to remember is we've got to make the denominators the same. And before we can make denominator the same, we've got to find the lowest common denominator. Okay. So I'm giving you 1 3/4 plus 1 over 6 minus 1/3. Now, currently my denominators are 4, 6, and 3. So what do you think would be my lowest common denominator? 12. Good. But what I'm first going to do is that mixed number I'm going to write as an improper fraction. Right. So 1 3/4 would be the same as 7 over 4. And then plus 1 over 6 minus 1/3. So the only thing I did here was change that mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, now I'm going to change the denominators so that they would all be 12. Now you could have kept it as 3 separate terms, or you will see what I did is 3 separate terms first, and then I showed you the next option. Where were you? Four?
Mommy said I must go in this period now. She said I might just come down on that.
So can I text him?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to sit now and finish your math?
No, I must go back to ma'am. She said I must just come to ma'am now.
What are you busy with there? How can you not know?
It was my yesterday.
Mr. Fransman. Christopher, sit down and listen first until I get a reply from him. Is that where you came from now? Right. So the first one here, to make that 4 a 12, I had to multiply it with 3. And if I multiply the bottom with 3, I also have to multiply the top with 3. And that's how I get the 21 over 12. Does everyone understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then my denominator at the second term was 6. I had to multiply with 2 at the bottom. So at the top, I also had to multiply with 2. And 1 times 2 gave me 2. Then over 12. The third term, I had to multiply with 4, both at the top and the bottom, and that's how I get 4 over 12. Everyone fine there?
Yep.
Now, you have the option of either writing it like this, meaning 3 separate terms, or you could have put it all over 12, meaning write it as one thing. Can you see? So what's written here and what's written there is exactly the same thing. Okay? You can choose which one you want to write. Any questions? Right. So 21 plus 2 gives me 23. Minus 4 will give me 19 over 12. So you could have left it as 19 over 12. Or you could have said 1 and 7 over 12. Any questions there? Right. Can I skip? Okay, now we have to, but that was when we add or subtract fractions. Now, when we multiply or divide, it's a whole different story. Let's say I give you 4 over 5 times 3 over 8. Now, when we multiply, we do not have to worry about denominators being the same. Okay? But what we can do when we multiply is we can cancel out. No. Okay, so option 1 is cancelling out right from the start. So what I would do here, and how do we cancel out again? Up and down or across. Okay, so can you guys see that this 4 and the 8? Okay, so 4 will go in once and 4 will go in twice. So once we've cancelled out, then I can multiply everything at the top. So meaning 1 times 3 will give me 3. And at the bottom, 5 times 2 will give me 10. So 3 over 10. Okay. But, yeah? Only when it's... Nog namen. Yes, dankie. Dis van onthou ek gaan Woensdag ook eerste en tweede pouse afkondig.
Okay, so ek kan
So hulle kan nog tot einde Woensdag.
Okay, want ek dokter het gister gesluit. Dis hoekom ek toe wou.
Dit het, maar ek het die ou gevra of ons nog gaan so 'n bietjie. Toe sê ek net dis reg.
Okay, want ek het 'n klomp vir die UCT van die 8 eens ingeskryf en ek wil baie graag hulle moet ook dit.
Ja, want ek het 30 al so ver. Dat nou vanoggend hier is nou 2 4 5 en ek het nog 5, so ek het nou nog 10 bygekry. Ek wil probeer vir hulle.
Ja, maar hoe ek sê is my ouers gesê dat hulle dit weet.
Ek weet.
So dis alkom hulle want ek het die top 11.
Maar sê vir hulle, jy kan dit aanlyn. So jy kan by die huis net gou vinnig 'n uur lank skryf. Jy hoef nie 'n volle uur te skryf nie.
Ja,
Soos aanlyn, nê? So hy kan by die huis, kan hy gou inlaag en skryf en hy weet dadelik wat sy uitslae is. So hy weet dadelik as hy weer vir volgende rond of nie.
okay. Ek gaan tog dit vir hulle doen.
Ja,
Maar
want dit help as hulle weet hulle hoef nie by die skool te wees.
ja, hulle wil nie sit nie.
Yes.
Meer tyd
Jy
by.
kan by die huis gaan skryf, ja. Okay, good. Okay, alright, so, let me just see. Oh no. Okay, Christopher, you can go. Mr. Fransman said yes. You can bring it. Huh? Whose book is it? His.
His book.
Do you have his book?
Expressional.
Math book.
Yes, he is. Ek sal dring my books there.
Gaan gou bring sy boek terug. Okay, right. So, you could have cancelled out and then we multiply. Someone had a question just now about the multiplication?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
Can you only cancel out when it's multiplication?
Yes, I'm going to get to division just now. There's an added step and then we can, yeah. Okay. Right, but if you didn't see that you could have cancelled out, then you could also just have multiplied the top with each other and then multiplied the bottom. So 4 times 3 gave me that 12 and a 5 times 8 gave me 40. Now once we get there, then you would see, oh, I can actually simplify it further, and that would be 3 over 10. So either way, you would still get to the same answer. Okay? Any questions there? Right, then the next one is when we have division. So example 2, and that's now answering your question. Nilan, put the phone away and focus. Okay, so a quarter divided by 3 over 5. Now, unfortunately, I cannot cancel out when we still have division. I first have to change it to multiplication. So that will always be your first step. That division sign, I'm going to change to multiplication, which means that these two are going to switch around. Okay? They're going to swap. So, a quarter times, and swap it around, 5 over 3. Now I could go and cancel out. But in this case, there wasn't anything to cancel out. So, all we can do now is multiply the top with each other, and then multiply the bottom with each other, and 1 times 5 gave me this 5, and at the bottom, 4 times 3 gave me the 12. Okay, any questions so far? Sorry? Where? Yeah. I did show it in yellow, and then I said, oh, this is another option. But you get to the same answer. If you cancelled out right in the beginning, you would have skipped directly to that answer, which is 100%. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So, for today, I'm going to stop there because I still need to do ones where we have an unknown as well in our fraction. But that I want to do when I've got a full class in front of me. So, you guys do not have homework. Okay, we will carry on tomorrow.